Van Quincy, Alice. Nice to have you in the kitchen.
Van Quincy Shutu Masi Shakutrikwa and Shanu.
Masicho. What are we cooking today?
Truth shit Chuck Truth Salshit Haver.
So we have wild cranberries we're going to be adding to our pot.
Mm-hmm.
And should I add anything in with these berries?
Sogai television ninja. Put a
little bit of sogai.
Mm-hmm. Put a little bit of
So I'm going to turn on, what else do we have here today?
Chan Kluk Chan Hacho G Shai Banjit Ait Jikrai Shai Banjit Chan Kluk Chan Hacho.
This is traditional whitefish from the Mackenzie Delta region. We have fish guts and regular fillet pieces.
Ait Shai Banjit Hacho G Kluk.
So we're going to be cooking the pieces separately. All of the fish eggs, fish guts. How do I say that in Gwich'in?
Hluktsik halchu.
Hluktsik alchu.
Halchu.
Halchu. So all of that is going to go on one side, and then all of our fish pieces will go on the other side. Our berries are going. Should I season? How do we say salt?
Le sal.
Le sal.
Le sal Vaka'ah endly. I'm saying to put salt on it.
Fish guts as well?
No. Yeah. Aqua.
Aqua. So is the fish guts and fish eggs more for a savory food, or can we also make it into a dessert?
Truth shit villat lissalha hita ait chitizin taichan nithan I chocolate looked at hatsa I can hita. I'm just saying that we're cooking the fish guts, and part of it is going to be our main dish. We're going to eat that with salt.
Okay.
And then I want something sweet like dessert. So we could also make dessert with the same fish guts. Jishai banja transukachu chaiha. I'm just saying that you're going to be cooking
the fish,
frying the fish in a frying pan.
So is this something that you grew up eating?
Yes. We when we're out on the land in the summertime, we live on fish for 2 months. Them days we had dogs, and so we had to work hard. We not only make eating dry fish like today, we just need eating dry fish, but them days we had to make dry fish and we work hard. If we had boiled fish for breakfast, lunchtime we'll have maybe fish eggs, it's still fish, but it's something different. Then several times we'll have roast fish. It's all cooked different ways. So at the end of the day, yeah, we had straight fish, but it was all cooked different. And so we never complain. Yeah, no look, je eat it o tsikati van drin hat it look it a nikli chop. No hand the hot so can no point to look at o.
So would you say that the whitefish is one of our staples up here in the north?
Yes. Look lake with oita. We eat a lot of fish.
So while everything is going now, we have our wild berries. How do I say wild berries? Was it jack?
Jackjay.
Jackjay. Okay. So our jackjay is cooking away with a little bit of sugar. And then we have our fish fats.
I jackchan chuha tat utena like cheat at jack sokai chalha yachu. I'm just saying that you're cooking our berries. Usually we cook it with water, but you're doing it with just straight berries and a little bit of sugar.
Should I add a little bit of water in there?
A quart.
And
then you can put a little water in.
Do you want me to?
It's up to you.
So generally, how long would you cook your fish?
Ich ako dansan hat ut ni shokwa hat okwa. Right. You just cook it for a while on one side and then you turn over.
Okay. So while this is cooking, I'm going to quickly make a chuchu. Small amount.
Ako kan chuchu hatsa. Jitaka chuku shit chuchu kan hatsa. Gwich'in the our food is cooking good.
So is this a meal we can prepare on the fire? Cooking outside?
This fish, there's a fish stomach here. You could cook it on a fire. You could put a hole on it and have it on a stick, or you could put on a coal. And the fish eggs, you could cook like this, or you could boil it. Quite kachan chichuk achu. Just stove cut. Chitai quantachi, I kachan chit fat achu. Kwan chit cut. It did chakchan, sukchan. Sukchan kwan chit kat achu. So I'm just saying that we could cook this fish on a fire between toaster we could also cook it on the coal. And you could also wrap it in foil.
Yep.
And put on the coal. And the fish eggs you could boil, and you could cook it alone. And the fish stomach you could cook on the coals. So on the fire you could do all this, and it doesn't have it don't have to be in a frying pan like right now. There's a lot of different ways.
When we talk about our berries, do we have different words for the different berries?
The cranberries is nit'at, and the blueberries is chakjay. The blackberries right on the moss is tinechu. Tinechu. And the yellow berries is nikhal. We also have I think it's the high bushberries is neu. And the hips, we have hips, nichi, yeah. I was just telling Stephanie about the different kind of berries that we have here. We have the cranberries, which is in Gwich'in you say nit'at.
Yep.
The blueberries is chakjay. The hips is nichi. And there's also the ripe berries is neu. And then we have the mooseberries in chikchak.
And what do you call this one here?
Luchu.
Should I put it in the oven?
I call can luchu. I need trick yahachu.
Do you put anything else in there besides salt?
A quack. Gwich'in toto cheat she's going to see Vaka'ah die. Vakat it release qua. Good any delete. I just said that we hardly use any spice in our food. We eat it plain. And we don't really use too much spice because it's already natural spice.
It looks and it smells really good. I think it's important that we eat our traditional food.
Yes.
It's so much a part of who we are.
The nursery did you know? I nukushit I just mentioned that the fish is healthy, and it's really important that we continue to eat our traditional food because it's healthier than what some our people are eating, like pizza and fast foods. A lot of that food makes you put on weight. Our traditional food is the healthiest.
And also getting all of these items. So for the berries, you need to go out and you need to pick. For the fish, you're going to need to fish for it or set nets. And that's all exercise that would keep you healthy. Something you know a lot about. From when I was small, I see you fishing, cutting fish, working with fish. And I appreciate all those skills you have. And I hope to learn from you.
Merci trop. I'm really grateful shit at any heat the shanu. Chief Vashan Vakut Akoli.
Let's take a look at the chuchu. So is this something we could cook out on the fire as well?
Kwanchikak. I was just telling Stephanie that panic, if you don't have electric oven, you could cook it on a wood stove, and you could also do it on a fire. Here you got a temperature to go by. Out there you got to think, and you got to make sure your fire is not in a stove, it's not too hot, because you don't have a temperature, and you got to learn how long the bannock is cooking, and you got to really have the heat down. On the fire, you got to make sure you don't cook your bannock on the flame. You got to cook it on the coals. And I'll check my time because you don't have a temperature, and I'll figure out how if the heat is not too strong, but it could be done. Okay. Shitjo vakini hi jit sakach o kwan kak ach o set jisus o chan I chan kwan kak. So do
you want me to turn off the heat?
I was just telling Stephanie that it's just about done.
Okay. So this is something we would eat by itself. But in order to have a dessert, we add some of our jack to the fish cuts.
Jesus ik wil dat Lucelle had uit windai niet aan gaan wil dat gaan Gwich'in so kai ha. So I'm just saying that we have the guts here. We have one for the main dish, or else you could eat the whole thing. Or if I want something sweet, then we could also add the berries to it with sugar. And so you have your main plate, and you also have your dessert.
So if I pick some out,
just egg and rice, just the eggs.
Just the Gwich'in? Gwich'in sa chak. Any sugar, any sogay?
Sogay chan. Span sal chan nisan.
Span cho. So how important is it that we continue to eat our food like this?
It's very important, really important. I feel it's really important because it's healthy. It's very healthy because you could look at net and there's a live fish there. You kill it, you bring it up the bank. It's just fresh. Sometimes you get food from the store, you don't know how long it lay. It's, it's there.
Turned on?
Gwich'in hatch the sugar son. Just add a little. Gwich'in could hita Vittrekwa. Gwich'in Vittrekwa cell. I can hita truth hita.
So how do we say the fish guts again?
Look it.
Look sick.
So
look sick sat lesal.
Lisal hita.
Sick sat jack sogay.
Sogay ha. Look it in cut chak. Achu. Shuk sogay chan Vittrekwa.
Sogay. I'm gonna check that. Luchu.
Vittrekwa han tay ihita.
Gwich'in.
Kwan tay
Sit.
ihita. We're gonna have a good meal.
Masi cho. So as somebody who lives away from home, how do I continue to learn these important lessons in the language?
You're gonna have to look around the store and get the closest fish to our whitefish. And with our wild berries that we get on the land, where our land is nice and clean, we pick our berries. But if you're in a city and you don't have it, you go to the store and get the closest to our berries.
Maybe I have to phone my good friend Alice in McPherson.
I hear shit, I hear Chakshi. I'm telling Stephanie that I still have berries for emergencies. And I guess you notice when we talk in our Gwich'in too, we laugh.
We laugh.
We
It's
laugh a
important
lot.
to laugh. Yes.
Yeah, we don't laugh at each other. We laugh at the way we say some of our words. So when we're on the land or here in town, when we do something like this together, it's it's so healthy.
It's so healthy.
Very healthy, and we're also cooking the healthy food.
I think we need to spend a lot of time with our elders. They're so knowledgeable. We have so much to learn. So I'm very thankful that you're here today with me.
Masi shuju Vittrekwa in shanu gwit o sho shedansai. I want to thank you when you asked me to be here with you to help you. I felt very honored, and it's so important to keep in touch with our elders. I know you're in Vancouver, away from your traditional way of life. A phone call. If there's anything that you need to know about our traditional ways, the way we cook our food is phone.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to share. The way I feel I'm going to help you is, I always say our young people are our future leaders, and whatever the work that they choose to do, our traditional ways, and if you want to know our traditional ways of how to cook from electric stove to fire and wood stove, that's what I'll share with you. I'm willing to share, because our traditional ways is slowly going away, and it's people like you that's gonna, the young people are gonna see, and they might follow you.
Mm-hmm.
They'll say, if she could do it, we could do it. And if I could do it on the fire and do all the cooking, you could do it.
I think you've always supplied my family with traditional foods from when I was this big to now this big. So masi cho. Can we go through these again in the traditional Gwich'in language and name them?
Chi shukt ik en hat sokai ha she think die that say. Chi chan nit at sugar ha chu kwa ya chu chi chan chu outside. Chi stove it chu outside. Chi chan shukt ik at ko ik en ha. Chi chan shukt jay chi shai pan jit chu. Hai ha.
So how do we say eat? Let's eat.
Ako ihita'a.
Ako ahita'a. Ako ahita'a.
Masi
cho.